Hi there, I'm Miss Fulford, and I am the department chair for English at East High School. Today, I'm going to take you through some of the different options for you to take for your English classes at our school. So first off, you do need to have 4 years of English credit in order to graduate from high school in Denver Public Schools. So each year consists of the fall semester and the spring semester. You have to get at least a D or a passing grade in order to receive credit for those classes. You can certainly take more than 4 years if you want to. Any of those extra classes then would count as credit towards academic electives, and you also need a certain amount of credits that are academic electives in order to graduate as well too. So I'll start off with the 9th grade year. For the 9th grade year, the main two options for your credit in English are going to be English 1 regular and English 1 honors. So they are required classes. So you have to take one or the other one. The main difference between the two classes is usually in the pacing, the amount of homework, and the depth that we can go into in class. So the regular classes read the same books as the honors classes for the most part. The difference is that regular classes mostly do the reading in class with the teacher versus in honors where the teacher would probably assign you, a chapter or a few chapters that night, and then you would read them on your own at home and then come back, the next day or later that week with those chapters read. So usually English 1 has a focus of coming of age for the texts and the books that they read. They also include, some elements of poetry. There's definitely essay writing in there too, maybe some graded discussions as well. There's usually a vocabulary program that they use at the 9th grade level as well, and that's for both regular and honors classes. And then they also focus on things like the PSAT 9, et cetera. In terms of an academic elective, you could also potentially take Speech 1 as a freshman. We have a great speech and debate program. Usually they do competitions and things, and they might travel around, do things like that. There is a component where you have to audition for some of the higher level classes in speech, but Speech 1 is available to 9th grade students as well. Moving on to 10th grade, sounds pretty similar. It is either English 2 regular or English 2 honors for 10th grade. Again, it's rigor, it's depth, it's homework, etc. So classes that have the honors designation also are on a different GPA scale, so they can help your grade point average if you're taking those classes that are a little bit harder in terms of your GPA. 10th grade honors often focuses on world literature, so reading authors from different countries or reading stories that take place in different areas of the world. But it's pretty similar to 9th grade in that there's writing essays, there's discussions, there's grammar, there's poetry, and there's also practicing for the PSAT 10. As a 10th grader, there's also some options for elective classes that you could take too. You can apply to be in the newspaper program where you are writing articles and helping East High School publish a newspaper about once a month. You can also join yearbook. So students are taking pictures and writing up the year, going to sports games, going to dances, helping out with, getting the pictures of students into the yearbook is another option. You can also do Speech 1 or Speech 2, Speech 2 honors, Speech 3 or Speech 4 as a sophomore. The speech ones, though, just depend on your level and which ones are available and whether or not you need to apply or have an interview for those classes. For 11th grade, there's also one more option for 10th grade. You can also take a class called Film as Literature. This class also counts as your English class if you take it, or you can take it as a second class. So if you're in the 10th grade, you have to take English 2, but you could also take this one as a 10th grader as an elective class. And it's a film class. It is taught by Mr. Madison. You watch films, you write about them, you talk about them in class. It is a really popular option for students as well too. Moving on to 11th grade. There's 3 on-level options for 11th grade students. So you can take creative writing, which is taught by Mr. Clark or Miss Moran, English 3, which right now is taught by Mr. Sternberg, or women's literature, which is taught by Miss Gorey. So all of these will also get you your year of English credit that you need to graduate. These are regular classes, so they don't have the same increase in GPA, but there's also not as much homework and there's more that's done in class. For creative writing, it's a wonderful program that Mr. Clark and Ms. Moran have put together. East is actually one of the few schools in DPS that still has a creative writing program. So if you love writing stories or poems, or you want to be creative and express yourself, creative writing could be the place for you. English 3 tends to take a little bit more of an American literature approach. So again, most of the reading is done in class, but there's also, essays or articles or excerpts from other things that are included in English 3 as well. And then women's literature, in my opinion, is a fantastic class. So really reading, stories by women and about women throughout the year. Again, all of those would get you the credit, and they are regular or on grade level. In terms of advanced or honors classes that you can take, there is African American Literature Honors, AP Language and Composition, and Hispanic American Literature Honors. All of these are wonderful options as well too, and they will all get you the honors credit. So there's going to be more homework, more outside reading. African American literature is taught by Miss Utsi, so there is some outside reading, but there's also, reading excerpts from the book in class as well too. Hispanic American literature is taught by Mr. Bucher, so again, some more outside reading, but great opportunity to delve into some different cultures. You do not have to be, African American or Hispanic American in order to take the classes. We're actually trying to get more students from all different backgrounds to take different classes, just to learn about other people and other ways of doing things. And then AP Lang is probably the one that has the most work in it because it is an advanced placement class. But in AP Lang and in AP Lit, there's a test at the end. If you pass the test with a score, a high enough score, depending on where you go to school, you can get both high school credit, so credit for graduating from high school, and then you can also get college credit. So you would have to take fewer classes in college and save some money in the long run. So AP Lang is nonfiction mostly, reading, essays, articles, speeches, things like that. We do some autobiography or some memoir in there as well. But all of these are great options too. And obviously all of those will also, have some SAT preparation in them and, typical grammar, vocabulary, et cetera, et cetera. In terms of electives for 11th graders, you can do newspaper, you can do any of the speeches as a junior. You can also do film as literature as a junior, and that could be your only English class. So you wouldn't have to take English 3 and film as literature. And you can also do yearbook too. Moving on to the seniors, the on-level options for 12th graders are creative writing, English 4, and women's literature. Again, creative writing and women's literature is usually a mix of 11th graders and 12th graders in that class. English 4 is usually taught by Miss Moran and Mr. Sternberg, and that is a seniors only class. So that's on grade level where you're doing more of the work in class. In terms of advanced or honors classes, you can do, again, African American literature. You can do AP Lang as a senior. Usually it's done by juniors, but we do accept seniors as well too. You can do AP Lit too, which is a senior only class. So they only allow 12th graders to take that. You can also do creative writing honors. So you have to do creative writing regular in order to get into the honors program, and you have to apply with Mr. Clark, but you could do 2 years of creative writing. So 1 year regular and then 1 year honors if you want. There's also honors thesis, which is a college class. So you're getting credit through East High School, and then you're also getting credit through University of Colorado at Denver for that, and it's automatic credit. So sometimes it's even better than the AP program in terms of getting you that, because there's no test that you have to pass at the end. And then you can also do Hispanic American Literature honors as a senior. For the electives, again, newspaper, all of the speeches, film as literature, and yearbook are also available to seniors too. So that is a little bit about the English department. please reach out to me or reach out to your current English teacher, be they at East or at a different school, if you have any questions. We're so excited for you to sign up and can't wait to see you next year. Thanks. Bye.